diggy. Ooh. I woke up Chris Breezy. Oh my God, I'm the man. I'm so fly and I can dance.
Welcome to another episode of Around the 412. I'm Tyler, and with me as always are Smitty and Herb. What's up, guys?
I'm back.
You are back.
My mic wasn't on. Whoops.
Thank goodness.
Nice.
Good one.
How'd
been
that
a
go
long
last
day.
week?
Not bad, I don't think.
It was not great until we got to the Disney movie section. And
Yeah,
then
the-
just
Honestly,
it was
us talking
bad.
about sports last week wasn't really that prevalent.
it was something.
It was mainly the Disney bracket.
Yeah.
Which, did you even make it to that part of the
No.
show?
No.
Don't.
I haven't listened. I have to catch up on my podcasting, including our own, because I fell asleep listening to ours on Monday.
Well,
I got
that's
heated.
not a ringing endorsement.
Well, no. Listen. So I plan on listening to the whole thing. So I start listening to it with my headphones in, and I had my headphones in only because Stubbs snoring. So I put my headphones in, and I ended up crashing.
Yeah,
Like
Stubbs.
I didn't even make it through when I was on. Like I fell asleep before I even went off of it. So,
Okay.
but yeah,
I got pretty heated.
I'll go back and listen to it. Yeah, that's what I hear.
Kinda
I was
heated.
livid. Shannon's takes suck.
People could hear
I-
him down the block.
I've come to realize that.
She doesn't
I'm
like
just
Will
letting-
Smith. She doesn't like The Rock. She doesn't like Permanis. I
What does
mean,
she like?
I don't know.
The Pirates?
I
I just-
guess.
I don't understand how she doesn't like The Rock.
Who doesn't like The Rock?
Shannon.
She's
I
in a
guess.
crowd of her own with that.
She might be. I'm sure there's someone.
Honestly, that's
Yeah, I mean,
that,
yeah.
that might be the first person that I've heard
Like
like
the most diehard Stone Cold fan probably hates him.
Yeah.
That was a terrible joke. I'm sorry.
No, that's probably true.
I-
Like people that took wrestling that seriously, that rivalry.
Yeah, good point.
But I don't know. I'll have to go back and listen to it because I want to hear how heated you got.
Oh. Mm.
But shout out the only one that I have, Colin Moran,
Smitty and I called it.
Grand Slam. Yeah, I was a little off on the row it was going to land in. I said 5 rows deep.
How far did it go?
it looked
It
like
basically hit the back. Yeah,
2/3 of the way up right field.
yeah,
I was gonna say as soon as the ball left the bat, I stopped paying attention. I was just jumping.
yeah. I just threw both my hands up. Everyone started high fiving each other, and then he got a curtain call, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I had to go back and listen to the call again. It was Joe
Generations.
Block, I
Adam
believe.
LaRoche to Colin Moran.
Yeah, you know what's weird is
It
like
was Joe
that
Block.
just became like a weird comparison
What is?
on Pirates Twitter.
His look.
Colin Moran to Adam LaRoche.
It's scary.
Do they look very similar?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Plus their beards, except Colin Moran's a little more trimmed.
Yeah,
As weird as that sounds.
a little more maintained, I guess. All right, so let's jump into talk about the Pirates. We're to save our questions for last. You guys can keep bringing them in. That way we can answer them
Yes.
because we got a late jump on that.
Yes.
So, talk about the Pirates 4-0. Season started last Thursday. Well, Friday. It was supposed to start last Thursday. And thank God it didn't because I wouldn't have gotten to see the game because I was in Atlantic City. Really wouldn't have been able to pay attention. So, worked out well for me personally. But the MLB season still started on Thursday. The Pirates are 4-0. There are two other teams that don't have a loss yet, but they've only played 3 games, Nationals, and 2 games, the White Sox. So, with the Brewers losing just a couple hours ago or whatever it was, like an hour ago. I'm, take it with a grain of salt. I get that it was the Tigers, but it's still hard to get a sweep on the road against anybody. And then today, obviously, with the Twins, who are expected to be in contention for a playoff spot, I think, by most people's
Generally
predictions,
speaking.
yeah.
Wild card, I think.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, there's obviously some reason for concern with the bullpen and stuff like that, but I'm pretty optimistic about what I've seen.
Huh.
Yeah.
The 6th inning.
Today.
Yeah, especially like today when you have guys that aren't available and stuff
Yeah.
like that. It was, I mean,
And
they-
all day on the 30th or whatever day it was. That game, the first game,
yeah.
that was bad.
But I mean, credit to the guys; they've grinded it out and they haven't lost a game yet.
Yeah.
Imagine
Imagine
They've
having
tried.
a losing record.
they've tried. They've tried.
Can't relate.
Imagine having a single loss.
Can't relate.
But I don't know for me, what do you guys think is the biggest takeaway so far through 4 games? Because I
The
have on here,
offense.
I want us
We
to give
can
our biggest
hit
surprises,
the
causes
off-
for concern, and then biggest overreaction.
The offense, just because it's something that we've talked about for years that should just be a machine, and now it's kind of getting to that point. Am I wrong in thinking
I mean,
that?
I was going to say that we can hit. Like, I don't think, again, people don't look at Pittsburgh as a home run team, really.
Yeah.
As they shouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the roster; it's not really built for that. But they've brought out the bats for the 4 games that they've been in.
And, I mean, going back to spring training, where they led spring training in home runs.
Yeah,
I mean, they've added some guys that can add power to the lineup. I mean, that's the thing. You have a bunch of guys that are going to hit around the same amount of home runs. You're not going to have, like, the anomaly guys hitting, like, 40. But you have a ton of guys that can hit, 20 or so.
mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, I agree. I think the offense is going to be there. Where do you think, though, among, like, lead ranks they could finish?
League ranks in just total
Like
offense.
top whatever in the offense, yeah.
I think I don't know about an exact number, but I think they could be top half.
Yeah. I'm with it. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't really know what
I
to...
don't, I don't know where really to place it, like, exactly. I just think they could be a top half offense.
I say middle of the way. Well, are we talking home runs or just offense in general?
Offense in general.
Oh,
Do you think they could finish the top 10 offense?
yeah. If they stay healthy.
Depends on their
That's-
base running.
That's a huge question mark. That's another huge question mark.
Yeah.
You have a giraffe with quads or hamstrings made out of glass. You
I mean,
have
what
a
are we
center
doing-
fielder who can't stay in the lineup. 'Cause,
What do
you
we
know,
do in
Random needles.
running hit and runs with Josh Bell on first?
I'm all for hit and runs, just not with your slowest player. On
Yeah,
3-2
I mean-
counts.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what that was. And it wasn't just like once that like Josh Bell
No,
got
it was
caught
twice
and hit
in
and run
like 3
twice.
innings.
Yeah. But I mean, you looked at the new additions like Colin Moran, who's never been a huge source of power.
Well,
He had 28 last year.
time to
in the
debunk
minors.
that because this launch angle thing. He's buying into it.
Hi, Donardo. Remember when you told me I was stupid?
He's
Hi.
buying in. He's buying into it. Corey Dickerson's going to provide power in the lineup.
Even though it's not there right now.
No, but I mean, what's he hitting right now? Like one
Point
under.
eight something.
Yeah.
Like the same as McCutcheon.
I know.
.8.
Today,
That means you'd be adding 800. .08.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll kill myself. That's
Today he was batting .091. I think
after he got pulled.
in his last at bat. Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I mean it's not there right now. He also did get robbed a couple times by Miggy, and how often is that going to
Oh,
happen?
yeah, he definitely did. I mean, it's the spring he was hitting the ball well, too, so I mean.
Yeah, Cervelli.
That happens. But, dude.
Another guy that
Just
you could talk about with
Bought
a launch
hard
angle.
into the launch angle.
So I mean, you go down the lineup. If we lost some power with McCutcheon, Dickerson should probably replace that himself.
If not,
If not,
emphasize
go
it a little
over.
more.
Yeah, I mean, if Cervelli can get back to, I mean, what did he hit in 2015? How many did he have? Like 8?
Good question. We're about to find out.
What do you have
Somewhere around
last
that,
year?
like,
1?
I think he had,
3.
I think he had
no.
5,
What year did Chris
5.
Stewart almost
He only
finish with
had-
more than him? Was that 15?
16.
That was last year or 2 years ago. Stupid.
Yeah, Cervelli hit like his first home run of the season in Miami towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
What? Like that was just odd.
Yeah.
See, Francisco Cervelli, 2015.
He had 7.
He had 7, yeah.
And that's his career high.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I think he's going to get double digits this year.
If he stays healthy. If he stays
And-
Yeah,
healthy.
he's another one that is kind of key for staying healthy.
To me, I said it before, I'll say it again. He got paid on 1 year of being healthy, but I think if he stays healthy, that contract's totally worth it.
Yeah. I do too. I mean, I know that Elias Diaz had 2 hits in his start yesterday, but I'm not sold on him as a hitter. I mean, he's got the arm. But yeah, I think Cervelli definitely needs to stay healthy for this team to be competitive.
I
mean, that's as big of an X factor I think as there is in the Pirates
Yeah.
lineup.
I mean, I like Diaz as a hitter and as a just defensive catcher, period. Just needs to straighten some things out.
He just doesn't have the track record of being a hitter.
Well, yeah, I get that. I'm just saying
and
what
Jeff
I see.
Branson
I
now.
see the potential. Yeah, God.
So I guess now jumping, we can talk about the starting pitching. Starting pitching specifically,
Yeah.
not the bullpen. Starting pitching hasn't been too bad.
Oh yeah, no, they've gotten themselves in some jams. and gotten out of 'em.
Nova, I mean, he obviously didn't look good in the opener, but he kept it under control. He didn't let the game get away from him,
He is unique.
and he gave them a chance to win. I mean, the bullpen came in and almost screwed that up, but he only gave up 2 runs.
Yeah.
In a single inning, he looked like he was going to give up like 3 or 4 runs and then turned into an ace for the last 2 outs.
Like, I don't get it. Like, he is like the right-handed Jeff Locke that somehow gets out
Can
of his
escape
messes.
the jams.
Yeah.
Though. Yeah.
I don't get it.
I mean, no one has understood how he's had any type of success here because he lets up rockets.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, it stays manageable under him. He keeps it in control.
A win's a win.
And then Trevor Williams, obviously, in the second game. I'm not going to say lights out because the control was kind of up and down. Almost threw more balls and strikes.
I think he did.
So, did he?
I
Did
think
he
so.
finish with more balls and strikes?
Yeah.
I knew for most of the game he was, but okay. I didn't know by the time he exited if it was that way.
He looked
5
a lot
walks.
better than he did during the spring, though.
Yeah. I mean, still, if you don't let up a hit in 6 innings, it's. But
yeah.
he got help from a lot of double plays too.
Yes.
But it was still a solid start, obviously for your first one of the season. And that's another thing though. You know, you talk about the short leash with guys, and their first start of the season, they're really not. You're not going to extend them out like that.
Yeah. And people are, or not people, I should say certain people, Filipponi being one of them, freaking out like any other manager lets their guy go. Not when you're walking a guy an inning, especially the leadoff guy every inning, and then getting lucky and getting out of it.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I wouldn't have minded letting him go
Oh, yeah, no. I
into
agree.
the extra inning
Yeah.
and seeing, if he puts a guy on, then that's, like have a short leash, have somebody ready.
I agree.
But at the same time, there's nothing to question because we ended up winning the game.
Yeah.
So what does it matter? Why do we care personally if Trevor Williams pitches another inning?
Because we're sports fans and we're stupid.
Yeah. Okay, so scratch that off. It's a good start for T. Willie.
Yeah.
Go to Chad Cool. Really didn't get helped out by his defense at all in that game.
No.
I mean, right off the start, Sean Rod, whatever the hell that was in left field, and 2 runs result in that.
I was talking to someone at the game about this today. Ever since you started playing baseball, anyone that played T-ball, anyone that has ever played any form of baseball, everyone tells you first step is always back. What does Sean Rod do? 2 steps forward. Uh-oh, it's way over my head. That
was me, by the way.
You, but I was talking to somebody else.
Oh.
I was talking to somebody else and you chimed in.
Mm.
But, I told Tyler this, I get that they're, light years ahead of what I would ever be because they're in the MLB. How do you forget that?
Good God. Yeah, I don't know.
What was that vibration?
That was my phone. I think.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was just really odd, and it's weird because Sean Rod's normally good wherever you put him defensively.
Yeah.
So, really can't explain that.
I think it was just he hasn't played there in so long. It's early in the season.
I said I was going to
Just
get
a
3
mental break.
jerseys. He was probably going to be one of them. Then you did that.
At that moment,
And
Tyler
then
knew
I
he fucked
nixed
up.
him.
So, I mean, Chad really didn't look great. He didn't look bad. I think his defense could have done more for him. Obviously, they could have done more for him.
Yeah.
But allowed 4 runs. That's what
Which,
I have a problem with that because that was considered an earned run that stored on that.
yeah.
Because it was rolled a double.
Yeah.
I don't get
No.
that.
No.
But I mean, we know. We watched the game, so we know that.
Yeah.
And then that brings us to today with Jameson, who was
Lights
out for a good portion of the game.
9 strikeouts and 5 in a third or something like that?
Yeah, 5 and a third.
Yeah.
Gives up the home run to Dozier, and then gave up another extra base hit, and that was the hook.
Yeah.
But and then the bullpen comes in and really doesn't do him any favors.
We'll get to that, though.
Yeah. But just talk about the starting pitching. Jameson, so he strikes out 9 and 5 and a third. Another good start to the season. That's another thing to build upon. Who we expect to be the ace of the staff. But yeah, the starting pitching to me has been pretty solid. I mean, they're keeping us in ball games, even though the bullpen hasn't been able to do so.
Yeah.
So let's now shift to that, the bullpen.
God. I have strong opinions here.
Yeah, I mean, so it starts out game 1. Feliz once again doesn't get help from the defense, but he doesn't look good on his own either. That's the play where
Those
Polanco,
sliders.
the ball literally just dropped right behind Polanco. He had no idea where the ball
Yeah,
was.
I couldn't tell you exactly what was going on there. I don't know if he didn't see the ball or he lost it or what. He almost got hit in the face.
Yeah, that would have been something if it just straight up hit him because he didn't know where the ball was. And then who else came in that game? Besides, I mean, I know
Smoker came in.
but that was after Rivero. Was Feliz the only reliever used before Rivero?
I don't believe so. I could be wrong. I'll double check for you.
because Rivero caused Twitter to blow up, and
Rivero scared me.
the season was about
Somehow
to be.
I got blamed for that.
The
Yes.
And I
the
Yes.
season was about to be over
didn't even buy a jersey.
in one game.
You willed it into existence. This was a sneak peek of what happens if you buy that jersey.
Well, it's being bought, so.
Neverstauskas came in.
Okay.
Shutout ending. Nothing happened there.
That's right,
Feliz
yeah,
lit
yeah.
up the 4 runs on no outs. I feel like some of those just, if he gets a break on defense, maybe that helps a bit. I don't know.
It was okay. So lets up that double that Polanco had no idea where the ball was.
Mhm.
The next batter, he throws a 4-pitch walk to where 3 were in the strike zone,
Yeah,
and then made he doubles in them.
that umpire
Both.
was well. That was the replacement umpire. Right? Or no, that Contos did that. So that was the umpire beforehand.
Yeah.
He wasn't great. I mean, neither of them were, but they sucked.
No, I know. Umpires in general suck. I'm never going to sit here and be like, yeah, that umpire was great.
Well, I mean, there are some occasions.
Get a computer. Have them do it.
I'm not against it.
Not really for it either.
Yeah. And then Santana came on in relief of Feliz. Smooth. Not great, but smooth. Contos came in, does what George Contos does. Nothing, essentially. Besides
Well-
almost killing an umpire.
Nothing.
He's like
That's one way to put it.
the best way to put George Contos is if you don't have to say anything special
It's
about
like
him.
a defenseman in the NHL.
Yes.
It's good if you don't notice him.
Yes.
He's boring.
And
Yeah.
that's what I want. Then Rivero just was like, hey,
Hey, here's 4 runs.
yeah, just who cares?
And this is coming off a very bad spring.
Yeah.
So, of course, people are going to be
Well, they
going
were saying
nuts.
he was missing all arm side, which means something's just off. It's not like he's being wild or anything. It's just there's something in his motion that's wrong.
Yeah.
Well, fix it.
He has,
He did, yeah.
and I mean that may have
At
been
Searage.
yeah, and that may have been something to do with playing around in spring training, like trying to change something, see if something would help or not. Maybe it was just off because of
Help.
that.
He throws 102.
Listen, if his slider and fastball are one thing. Maybe if you add if you add something to his curveball, then he's just there's no touch.
He has a changeup. It just goes like 95.
Yeah. Who cares? Smoker came in, got rocked, by the way. Absolutely shelled, but managed to not give up his own run.
Once it came down to him, I was like, okay, we're going to be lucky if this goes into extras.
Yeah.
Thank God that it did.
Yeah. And then
How much does Smoker pitch?
an inning and a third.
Okay.
But I think 2 of the runs that he gave up were charged to Rivero, if I remember right.
Yeah.
And then Brault came in and wow.
Pitched
Wow.
3 innings?
Got us the W.
Yeah. The W and the save, essentially.
Shout out to Polanco.
Shout out to Ryan Platt for both of those.
So yeah, that's the bullpen from game 1.
Yeah, that's just game 1. Game 2 was better. I don't want to, put too much on that. It was 1-0. So if that means anything.
Didn't allow a run. Yeah. And they had to work 3 innings. So
Yeah, like we said, Williams did what he did. Wow, he only had 1 strikeout?
yeah.
Jeez. Feliz actually did something even though his slider was getting hit pretty hard through both games. Contos, again, boring. Rivero,
Lights out.
dirty.
Finally, yeah, that was like, okay.
Did you see how
There it is,
pumped
he's-
up he was
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
after that last out?
Did you see him on Twitter?
No.
After each game, he posted a GIF.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's like, I'm back.
Rivero bike?
The second game was kind of nutty.
The second game?
Yeah, that doubleheader.
The second game of the doubleheader, game 3.
Yeah, my
overall.
bad. Yeah. Harrison's 2-run home run. Real quick, do you think that was a home run?
Well, it hit that black, which is an extension. Yeah.
that's
foul
what
pole.
that's what I realized. I'm like, it hit the pad, and then I saw the way it was painted on. I'm like,
Yeah, so it hits
okay.
that pad, and I see that they're reviewing it. I was like, all right, whatever. I'm going to get more food. So they're reviewing this, so be quick.
And then the bases
then-
are clear.
My dad's like, oh, it was a home run. I was like, how the hell? So I walked back in, and they're like, yeah, that black is an extension of the foul pole. So I was like, oh.
Like it makes
Nice.
sense. It does now that I know. But just the way it looked on the angle they were showing, the one angle that I saw,
I didn't know
was
why
like,
they were reviewing it.
oh really?
No, I didn't know why they were because I
Yeah.
just thought it was like clear cut. That's not
Oh.
a home run. But I didn't realize that was an extension of the foul pole.
Oh, well, I mean,
Yeah.
I thought it was clear cut that it was a double, but I kind of was like, okay, well, maybe they just wanted to try.
Yeah, no, I thought I just assumed that it wasn't a home run, like when I saw it, and then
Clint Hurl's going, well, we know how lax goalie interference is now. Maybe this can be a home run.
Yeah.
That was a terrible joke.
I'm sure that wasn't his way of thinking.
No, I know.
Hurdle thought that.
Yeah.
I wonder what Mike Sullivan would do.
Spray tanned ass.
Did somebody else hit a? Oh yeah, Marte hit the back-to-back, right? Or was it
Oh, he
back-to-back?
crushed that.
But yeah, he destroyed that ball.
And then Freeze.
Oh yeah.
Freeze crushed one.
Yeah.
He pulled one.
Did he? For once.
Yeah, did not take it the opposite way. Like, he just straight up pulled it right past the foul pole. And then, of course, well, we're talking mainly about the bullpen right now. So Tyler Glasnow makes his first appearance in Game 3. How many pitches did he throw? Like 30-something?
I'll tell you in a second.
That's probably why he wasn't available today.
37.
Jeez. Yeah.
21 of which were strikes. Much better. Credit, probably about 6 of those were fastballs spiked before the plate. That needs some work, obviously. But I tweeted it, and I'm gonna need some help from anyone that's hearing this. Please keep me grounded. Don't let me get too excited over Glass now. Please.
I'm trying not to let that happen.
I want you to get depressed. Get really excited.
I feel offended.
Oh, well. No, I hope he keeps it up. I hope he gets his control down so he doesn't have to throw as many pitches. And
Yeah, he's not to have a chance to start.
yeah, by
That's for
control,
sure.
I don't mean
Yeah.
he's being really wild. I just don't get every batter into a 3-2 count.
What if you just let the starters go 5 innings? Glasnow comes in for the 6th and 7th if he gets his control under all. 8th is Contos, 9th is Rivero. Game's over.
Or, and hear me out, he just starts and goes 7.
I mean, I'm not against it. I'm just saying if his
No,
control doesn't,
yeah.
What if we realize that starting pitchers don't have to go 5 because that doesn't even matter,
Well, yeah,
and he pitches 4?
I agree, but you're forgetting who your manager is.
I'm not forgetting. I'm just saying that that's what they should do.
Fair enough.
I understand that that's not what they're going to do. However,
It's wishful thinking.
yeah, like every 5th day, just accept that the bullpen's going to be used. Have Glasnow
Every
pitch
every
4.
fifth day.
Who fully?
We're not even just pitch 4.
I can't remember what team fully adapted to that every 5th day. Was it the Phillies?
The what? The 4-man rotation wasn't
Yeah.
the Rays?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because
It
I
was
mean
the
they
Rays.
had like 2 or 3 guys go down to injury.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then the Phillies essentially have done bullpenning for the first.
So much
3
so
games
that
of the year.
they're not even allowed to do what they're doing.
Yeah, so much so that they have a warning, and that Pedro Florimon pitched a full inning the other night.
They've used like 25 pitchers in 21 innings or something like that in the last 21 innings. Like
Yikes!
something stupid. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
I'm shocked. Like I'm not even mad. It's just like, why?
Oh, they made 25 pitching changes. Obviously, they don't have
Yeah,
25
yeah, yeah.
pitchers, but like,
But
yeah,
like Vince,
That's like
Velasquez,
starting quarterbacks for the Browns.
essentially.
Yeah,
Let's
Vince-
get a list.
Vince Velasquez went 2 2/3 and let up like 7 runs. Like I understand pulling him then, but I believe like every guy after that didn't go more than an inning,
Yeah.
which is
But
wild.
It's just like, hey, try and getting out. If you don't, you're coming out. Same thing for the next guy.
What's the manager's last name? I can't remember.
Kapler.
Okay, I want to say Kepler. Yeah, he's like the Frankenstein of the MLB. He's just like, I'm gonna try this.
God. All right.
I'm
so
glad that
what's
was
your,
on video.
What's
then-
your biggest overreaction from this first? Not week yet, but
Glass now.
Glass now. What do you mean? Like just
Like
things that he-
personal overreaction because I know there's still gonna be struggles,
Yeah.
but yes, yes,
Keep it in your pants, bud.
yeah. Tell it to your pocket.
What's your biggest overreaction?
By overreaction, you mean being excited
Either
about
way.
something?
Either
or-
way.
Oh,
One way or the
one
other.
way or the other.
Like one extreme. Any good or bad way.
Polanco, just in general.
Damn it. Mine was going to be that he finishes as a top 5 right fielder
Yeah.
in every category
In the league or in the NL?
in the league.
So who's he behind? Judge, Stanton?
I don't know that
Harper?
I'm just saying top 5.
Okay.
Like he could be number 1, could be number 2, 3, 4, 5.
Listen,
McCutcheon.
if he's better than Judge and Stanton, I'm
McCutcheon.
McCutcheon. He's behind McCutcheon.
Is he in right field?
Yeah.
Okay, I
McCutcheon
wasn't
is
sure.
They have.
Maybe that's why he only
what's
has one
his name?
hit.
Starts with a G, I think.
What'd you say?
On the 40 or not the 49ers, the Giants. In center field, it starts with a G.
Austin Jackson?
That's J.
I know. I'm just making sure you weren't like losing your mind.
No, I forget who it is.
I don't know who he's even talking about.
Does he have long hair?
I don't remember. I just see. I remember seeing like the lineup sheet.
I have no idea who you're talking about, and it's it makes me mad.
Okay. We're gonna find out in 1 second.
They don't play today if you're looking at today's score.
No, I'm
Okay.
not.
No, I'm not. Where is it at?
There's Hunter Pence. Gomez? No, that's a pitcher.
Well, who
Wait,
played
is
center
it
field?
Austin Jackson?
Yeah, it's Austin Jackson.
Oh yeah. Who was I
Speaking of
looking
Austin
at?
Jackson, and
You
speaking
see
of,
what I have to deal with.
and speaking of McCutcheon,
That's okay.
and speaking of Evan Longoria, they have 2 combined hits this season.
Hey, remember when I said they were going to lose 90-plus games? I'm upping that to 95-plus.
I said, what did I say? I think he
I don't
said
know.
70 and 92.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, they're bad.
I understand McCutcheon is a summertime hitter, but oh.
I just don't get the I'm like I love McCutcheon. I'm gonna root for him wherever he's playing. I don't get the people that say like, thank God we traded him to a winning team. 1, he's only there for this year. 2, they're gonna suck this year.
Oh, it's going to be bad.
So what do you mean we traded him to a winning team? I don't think he's to be backed with the Giants.
No.
So I don't know.
Unless they're dumb enough to throw money at Charlie Morton's pitching. Sorry. If they're dumb enough to throw money at Longoria, him, Pence, whoever, that's just ruining the franchise.
I
even
think
more.
he should go to the American League,
He should.
but we'll see if that happens.
Just DH somewhere.
I mean, he did still play a corner outfield right now, but I feel like in a year or 2 he's gonna be a DH.
Yeah.
So sign with an American League
Wow.
team now.
Look at
just-
this matchup on the TV behind you, Smitty. Charlie Morton against Pedro Alvarez.
Pedro.
That is.
Word to 2013.
Yeah, TBT. Michael Walker, I hate you.
So as I mentioned, the Nationals and White Sox are also undefeated, and shout out to Adam Eaton because he's back playing baseball and he's killing it.
Yeah.
Second
good.
highest batting. I mean, it's still early, obviously, but second highest batting average in baseball, only behind Haniger of the
Now,
Mariners.
does that trade for Adam Eaton look a little better?
I don't remember the whole trade.
Oh,
I mean, I know that they got, why am
It
I
was
forgetting?
Giolito.
Yes. God damn it. Well, I couldn't remember his
Giolito
name.
was the big one.
Yeah.
There was somebody else. I can't remember now.
Reynaldo, right?
I believe so.
Who else was part of that, though? I think he's actually starting for the White Sox tonight against the Blue Jays.
I think so.
Reynaldo Lopez.
So I remember Lopez was one of the ones rumored to come here from McCutcheon. Still disappointed they didn't pull that trade off because that would have been the biggest fleecing of all time. I don't care what anyone says.
It would have been better than Kyle Crick.
Yeah. Let's not talk about that.
Christ.
Oh boy.
Wonder what he's doing down in the minors.
It's a 3-team trade, so give me a second here.
Yeah.
Oh wait, he's been traded twice.
Who has?
Adam Eaton.
Where did he start?
He started in Arizona. Went to
Yeah.
the White Sox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
AJ Schugel was part of that trade.
Oh.
So traded by Chicago White Sox to the Washington Nationals for Dane Dunning, Lucas Giolito,
Yeah.
and Reynaldo Lopez.
Okay. Dane Dunning was the guy that I was leaving out.
That is a nice name.
Yeah, I mean, he tore his ACL last year, so he missed the entire season.
That was bad luck.
But, yeah. I mean, this is the year that they need him, though, because they got to win it all this year.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, if not Bryce Harper's entire time there, you have nothing to show for it.
The
So-
OV of
and
baseball.
you got Scherzer and Strasburg fronting that rotation.
Gio.
Yeah.
Where's Harper gonna go?
New York.
But they have
Where,
Stanton
like,
and Judge
yeah,
now.
I mean,
Send it in. Get rid of Brett Gardner.
Chicago.
No. 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 What if he goes to the Dodgers? It's close to home. Or the Angels. And keeps Trout there.
Harper and Trout on the same team.
Harper, Trout, and Upton.
Otani.
Can they do that?
I think so.
I mean, they're an LA team. Don't give me this crap that
No.
you don't have money.
No, I mean, like, legally, are they allowed to do that?
Oh.
That wasn't that funny.
It wasn't supposed to be. I'm genuinely curious if it's allowed. There's got to be some sort of MLB rules against that.
Oh,
What, making a super team?
No, I was joking.
Well, then the
Oh.
Yankees shouldn't be around. Anyway.
Yeah, and that actually
So-
took place in a trade.
Just
so
just because we brought it up, Bryce Harper is going to get a stupid contract. Like $500 million stupid.
I can't wait to see what it is. to be honest with you.
Overrated.
Like, yeah.
I can't wait till we have
Dink.
a lockout.
Till what?
A
A
lockout.
lockout because of Bryce Harper?
Mainly because Scott Boras, but yes. Because minor league players are paid in, like, Swedish fish.
Well, that's going to change, isn't it?
No. It's getting worse. Because of the government, but we're not going to go into that.
I kind of want to go into it.
No. I don't have all the facts, so it's been a while since I talked about it.
It's been a while.
Couple weeks.
Speaking of Otani, I looked up. He went 6 innings, 3 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts.
Wow.
But those 3 earned runs
Was a
were all on the
yeah.
same hit
Yeah.
and a home run.
Boom. There's a black. Who hit it? Chapman or Olson?
I think it was Olson. Or was it Matt Joyce?
Yeah, Chapman.
Chapman. Not a Roldus.
So not a bad debut for Shohei. He got the win. Not that it matters, but
Oh, great, a win.
yeah.
All right, so we can move on. Unless you guys have anything left on the Pirates or baseball in general.
I guess really quick. This is about what I expected them to be. Maybe. I guess you could say they should have lost. probably 2
Undefeated.
games. Well, not undefeated, but I guess you could have
162-0. You heard her here first, Herbie.
Yeah. Where did that come from? Did you just keep saying that because of Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I'll take it. But
And Sam calls you Herbie.
yeah, because distinction.
From your dad?
But really, this is about what I expect them. I guess you could say they should have lost 2 games just because you blew a 4-run lead in the 9th inning. And then today you almost choked just because you put in Josh Smoker.
He won't be on the team much longer.
No, and that was the next thing I was going to say. If I had to make one change, I guess it'd be one change and one micro change. Use Glass now more because he needs to learn he's not going to get better by sitting in the bullpen, and get rid of Josh Smoker and bring up Kevin Seacrest. Seacrest.
And have Mitch Keller skip AAA.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, did we bring up Musgrove on the DL?
No, yeah, he went to the DL and Clay Holmes got brought up. I mean,
Yeah.
Brawl will start Thursday.
yeah, and they said he will not return in the 10 days. It will be longer. He shut down for 5 to 6 days. Take your time.
What is his shoulder?
Thanks, Astros, for ruining him in the playoffs.
How much did he work in the playoffs?
A lot. I don't want to say a lot, but it was a decent amount.
I wonder what his innings pitched were. I'm not going to look it up, but I'm just curious.
I'll let Tyler look it
Thanks
up.
for
real quick.
calling Moran, though.
Yeah.
That Grand Slam was nice.
God, that was amazing. By the way, I think the people next to us were the people that started the Retire 21 movement.
Why?
They were looking
That
up
was them.
They were looking up at the signs saying like they can only be so long or so wide or something.
Yeah, and they've been in there multiple times, and they're calling the other one counterfeit,
Oh.
that yellow one.
Huh.
And, like just the merch and the way they were.
Oh, wait, 2 more things.
Mhm.
1, shout out to Garrett Cole. 2,
You know how I feel. Garrett Cole who?
2, I heard someone say when Santana was pitching that was the guy that we got from the Astros for Garrett Cole.
No.
One of those 2 guys that were in front of us
You
in
didn't.
the handicap thing.
The ones that
The
kept
ones that
standing
were
up.
standing in the middle of the game that nobody said anything to? Oh,
Yeah.
my God. If I see them again, they do that. Oh.
Their
So he
kid
was
caught a foul
mistaking-
ball.
He was mistaking him for
Or no, home run.
Feliz.
That's not foul ball. That's a home run.
Wait, what?
No, wait, not a home run.
No, it was a ball tossed by Adam Frazier.
Okay.
That Smitty's too short.
Oh
to
no,
grab.
I just remember a ball.
Well,
coming
they had
into
already
the-
they got two.
Oh.
They got
Dickerson,
two?
Dickerson threw him one earlier.
Should have beat up a kid.
If you're gonna if you're gonna have season tickets to a Pirate game and sit in the front row and then move all the way to the back, you better know what the fuck is going on. And they didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
So Musgrove pitched 6.2 innings in the postseason.
And got shelled in one inning.
He pitched 4 in the World Series.
Really?
Yeah. 3 hits, 3 earned runs in the World Series. 2 home
Okay.
runs.
Fair enough.
All right, so moving on to a season that's not going on right now, real quick. The NFL. One, I am absolutely blown away, but what I was told and then watched recently, Aaron Donald
Oh yeah.
practicing with knives.
Smitty did not know this until we were in the car. What? 30 minutes ago? 45 minutes ago?
Yeah, I watched that video. It's nuts. Imagine if he got stabbed on accident or
He's
something like.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like
Well, that's why he's the best in the league.
Yeah,
Imagine
I
if he had knives.
Imagine if
see
they played
Jonesy's
the game
tweet?
with knives.
Did you guys see Jonesy's tweet?
No.
He quote tweeted that, and he's
Did I
like,
see Jonesy's tweet? Like I ever see Jonesy's
no,
tweet?
never. He said, what was it? Somebody said, no wonder he's the best pass rusher. He goes against knives in practice, and he's like, he'd become a better pass rusher if he had knives.
That's bad. That's
And
why
I'm
his Twitter's
like, Christ,
garbage.
Jonesy.
That's why he's one of the top 5 worst Twitter accounts in Pittsburgh.
Tell that to his face.
They should have a purge.
Yeah, nice reference.
Yeah.
So, all right. This would be terrible if you were, but say you're the Browns.
Oh,
I'm sorry to put that on you. What are you doing? Like, what's your plan with the picks that you have in the first
Saquon.
round?
sick one immediately.
And what at 4?
Quarterback.
Yeah. Even though Tyrod
Well,
Taylor
depending
is
on
your starter.
Depending on what's there.
Okay, so say... Because I honestly think they're going quarterback number 1 and hoping Barkley's there, and they're hoping Barkley's there at 4.
They're stupid if they
See,
do
if
that.
I'm number 2 and I see Barkley there, I'm taking him. I don't care if I need a quarterback.
Who has the second pick? Giants?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the Jets now at 3.
Yikes. Well, apparently they traded up to get a quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they traded up to get quarterback, but I don't think that they're thinking Barkley's going to be there. What if Barkley's there for them?
Yeah, that's what
You
I'm
go
saying.
in
If
without a quarterback.
if you're number 2 or 3, are you really going to pick someone over Barkley?
To me, if you're the
Even
Jets,
if your dire need is a quarterback,
But here's the
he is the best player on in the draft table.
yeah.
you just turn into a
I
college
agree,
team
but
and do
here's the
nothing but
thing.
run the
So
ball.
we're talking about a lot of talk with this whole Bell thing is, how valuable is a running back really? Because you can just find one. So, does that go into the way that you draft too? I mean, how valuable is Barkley compared to a guy that you think is your franchise quarterback?
So
But I'm
Out
not.
of the
I'm not one of those
quarterback-
people
out
that
of the
don't think-
quarterbacks on the table, I'm picking Barkley.
I am too. I'm just saying for the people that say, try to depreciate what Bell does because he's a
The
running back.
blonde Colin Moran.
Brian McCann?
Yeah.
Because Bell's a running back, that try to depreciate his value. I don't think you can be one of those people and then also say, Barkley should be taken in the top 3 or 4 picks.
Now here's the thing with running backs, because I have this conversation a lot with my chiropractor, funny enough. He is a big fan of getting rid of Le'Veon Bell because he wants too much money. Here's the thing. I get running backs are just a commodity at this point, and you could just kind of brush them off to the side. There is no other back like Le'Veon Bell because he can do everything that you need. He can block, he can catch, he can run.
That's the thing. Running backs are a commodity, but
To an
Le'Veon
extent.
Bell is not just a running back.
Yeah, exactly. It's to
I
an
mean,
extent.
He was
Todd Gurley's also not just a running back.
he was number 9 in the league in receptions too.
Yeah. A healthy David Johnson's not just a running back. But that's the thing. These guys, in Bell's...
It's not
I keep
Bell's
forget-
fault that running backs normally make lesser money than what he's worth.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I
that's the thing. He's trying, like he said, he's trying to reset the market, and guys like Gurley, Zeke, David Johnson, they're behind it because they want to be that next guy to do it also.
I bet Saquon Barkley's going to be behind it.
Yeah.
So
I can like I've said, I see it from both sides. I see what Bell's
Yeah.
doing. I see what the Steelers are
Yeah.
doing.
what
I
the
don't have
hell
a
is on the
problem.
TV?
I don't have a problem
worry
if the
about it.
Steelers can't afford to re-sign him because they have other areas of need, and I still think we're a very good offense without him.
Mhm.
But I also think he deserves to get paid. Whether that's with us or not, that's a different story.
Yeah.
But I think he deserves to be able to make whatever he can.
I mean, I agree. It's a documented thing that people do not win contract disputes with the Rooneys.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to.
I mean, it is kind of a frustrating thing, I guess. I mean, you see stars taking less to play other places, but I don't think that can be the expectation.
The thing that really pisses me off with the whole situation is Le'Veon being like, they're painting me as a villain. It's like, no. You're boxing yourself into a corner by wanting your money. Like, I get it, but you need to compromise.
If he wants to be here. Yeah.
And apparently he does, so you need to compromise.
Yeah.
Guess
I
what?
mean,
You're here for the year. You have no choice. You either
he
don't
does
play
have a
or you're
choice,
here
yeah.
for the year.
I say he does have one choice.
And
But-
I don't think he wants to do that. Because you take a year off, I mean, yeah, you're going to be rested, but you're also going to be rusty. And I know teams probably don't want that rust.
I mean, we already saw him rusty last year. It didn't take. I mean,
It didn't take long to shake it off, but I wonder what a
in the
full
first
year-
game, he had 10 carries for 32 yards or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So,
He didn't really look fully like himself until like the 5th or 6th game.
mm-hmm. And that's why, I mean, you could say that puts pressure on the Steelers because they don't want that Le'Veon Bell. They want the full off-season Le'Veon Bell. But I don't see it ending with him having a contract at
No.
this point. I think he's going to play out this year, and then we'll go our separate ways. And like I said, I understand it from both sides.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks because he's one of my favorite players. You know, we're not talking about the person, we're talking about the player.
Yeah.
But he deserves to get paid, and the Steelers have way other uses where they can use that money. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, hopefully they've addressed some of those this offseason, but
I mean, it looks like it.
and they
At
still have the
least from-
draft.
At least from what I understand with you guys, it looks like they have addressed most of it.
Now, and well, I really like the Morgan Burnett. The linebacker I'm not totally sold on, but I mean it's a stopgap.
Yeah.
And now they still have the draft too, coming up this month. So I honestly I'm so curious as to what they're gonna do in the draft, and they still have a decision to make on Bud Dupree's 5th-year option as well
Oh.
for $9.5 million if they pick it up. And to
That's
me, yeah, I don't know if they can do that. I mean, he's been better than Jarvis Jones was, but that's not saying much.
That is
the
not hard to
Subway man.
do.
The
Yeah.
Subway man. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah, how he's using Subway commercials.
No,
That-
the Subway face, the bust that he had.
Oh,
Yeah, he had a Subway bust. It was a
Okay.
giant sub of his face.
I mean,
That's
I know he did
interesting.
Subway commercials, but okay.
Yeah.
He's definitely not a $9.5 million player.
Nope.
He hasn't lived up to that hype. I mean, he was a 22nd overall pick, and I thought that we got a steal there, because just the speed off the edge. But it hasn't. What's his career high sack? 6. That was last year.
Don't look at me.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm not picking that up if I'm the Steelers.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
drafting another outside linebacker to replace him.
if I'm using common sense from the sports that I know, I wouldn't either.
I mean, that's production that can easily be replaced. 6 sacks.
Yeah.
Especially on a defense like this.
Hey,
I mean,
James, you want your job back?
there's not that much attention being paid to him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You
He is
say
a-
James, do you want your job
Yeah,
back?
that was
yeah.
There's an April Fool's joke yesterday that he was visiting Steelers facility.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who, Harrison?
Yeah.
I hope you guys liked ours, by the way. It was terrible. Nobody fell for it except for Jamal. And Crouton, or not Crouton, T-Row.
Did he fall for it?
A little bit.
I think I almost got Doug too.
Well, Doug's Doug.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what you guys were talking about in our group message.
Well, I said that on PlayStation that I was going to do that.
Yeah, but you didn't
Yeah.
even tell me.
And I told him on PlayStation to tell you, and nothing.
Even when I asked in the group message,
I
you,
was-
you continued the
I didn't see that.
conversation as if I wasn't there.
I didn't see your text then, so.
And
but
then I
yeah.
went on Twitter and I'm like, what the hell is this?
Just
I
like, what
love
miss?
I love the video that I tweeted back though. His
That
response
fit
with it.
too well.
Yeah.
That fit too well.
I'm not leaving.
I'm not fucking leaving.
But
The show goes on.
This is my home.
speaking of James Harrison, one of his teammates from last year when he went to New England, Rob Gronkowski. I don't know if you guys have seen this.
Future Steeler.
There's a fake rumor going around that Houston, Pittsburgh, and there's one other team would be interested in trading for him because apparently Belichick's grown tired of the waiting game that Rob Gronkowski is playing with him about like if he's going to retire or not. So the Patriots may be looking to trade him. One, if they're trading him, he ain't coming here. He wants to be paid like Antonio Brown. on his next contract.
I mean, he
so.
should, but
Yeah, he's got like 1 year left on his contract, and then he wants to be paid like Antonio Brown, if he's even going to play, because he's thinking about retiring right now.
So if they're
So-
signed
blame
for
him.
1 year, now I know this is a stupid question. They're both signed for 1 year. Would you trade Le'Veon Bell for Gronk?
would I sound stupid if I say yes?
I honestly might.
No one's stopping you.
You would
I just
on
feel
your
like
team.
I get that a
you would
run-
have the two most unguardable receivers.
I feel like I know that we can say like Bell's a luxury or whatever, but Rob Gronkowski's really a luxury.
Yeah, that's what He is.
He's taller
No,
than
but
me.
I'm almost saying that as if I don't see Rob Gronkowski like I would rather have Bell in this offense than Gronkowski.
This
I'd rather-
offense, yes, but I think it can easily be adjusted to have a massive Clydesdale of a human as a tight end.
I mean, you're going from Jesse James to Gronk.
Vance McDonald.
Maybe,
okay.
maybe, just maybe, he'll survive the ground.
Maybe you don't have to anymore.
Killed the joke. Killed the joke.
But
Who's playing
would
I'm just curious
would
who's
you
playing running back?
would you entertain that thought though? They're both signed for 1 year, and it's just a straight up trade. Would you risk?
I'd entertain it.
Would you risk the Patriots having Le'Veon Bell?
Jesus, dude, that's disgusting.
But we have Gronk.
I
That's
just thought
disgusting
about
to
it.
think about. I know, but the Patriots use running backs better than anybody, and you're actually
Yeah.
giving them a legit running
But
back.
that's the thing. They also use Gronk as a little kind of.
But Tom Brady
shuffle.
doesn't have his safety net anymore.
Yeah, he doesn't have a safety net. He
he
doesn't
has a
have
new
that.
safety net.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the blocker.
Yes,
to help.
except I mean I can confidently say that Gronk is harder to cover than Le'Veon Bell.
I mean, mainly because most of the guys that are as fast as him are like.
I
a
mean
foot
you
shorter.
would have Antonio Brown and Gronk on your team. The two most I think the two most unguardable people. One because of his perfected route running and how good he is as a receiver, and Gronk, look at him.
Nice Wu-Tang shirt. I'm not gonna say yes or no, but I will say I would entertain it.
I mean, yeah,
I'm
me
saying
too.
yes. I'd do it. For 1 year, yeah, I'd do it.
You have it here, folks. Tyler's gonna do it.
If running backs aren't as valuable as people make them out to be, I know Le'Veon Bell is not a running back, but if you can get a different running back
Mom,
easily,
what? Your phone went off.
if you get a different running back to at least be competent, then yeah, I'd do it.
James Conner, decent.
I mean, your 4 receiver set.
I know Smitty doesn't like
Is-
that. That's the only reason I said that.
Your 4 receiver set is Antonio Brown, Juju Smith-Schuster, Martavis Bryant, and Rob Gronkowski.
That's freaky. That's 2 aliens, a kid, and probably the best receiver of our time. Our time.
You think Juju's that good already?
Wow.
Who's the kid in that scenario?
that
Gronk, easily. He's
No, he's me. He's me with more drugs.
you. Wait, what?
He's a party guy.
Oh,
He's
Tyler's
you.
just not helping.
He's you if you actually
'cause that's
did
not
what you're supposed
funny.
to do at a rave.
Yeah.
Um,
Geddes found it funny. Geddes, help.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, I'm not gonna say no. Obviously, like I would think about it. I think I have so much bias towards Le'Veon already, though. That's the thing. I would not be able to stomach him in a Patriots uniform.
I mean, you stomach James Harrison.
But I didn't.
That's a
I didn't
different-
really like him, to be honest, though.
Yeah,
like
Yeah, it's a different thing.
I don't know. All right, let's talk about hockey.
Yay!
let's do that hockey.
Sorry,
So-
Bucko Mike. I know you're listening. We're living rent free in your head.
First
so
things first, before we talk about the Penguins, the Sedins are retiring at the end of the season.
Great career. If I could clap,
So-
I would.
Great career.
I'm actually
together.
surprised by that.
Me too.
I thought they were.
In the middle of
Which
the
means,
in the middle of the national anthem, I went, "Holy shit, the Sedins are retiring!"
oh
out
wait, no,
loud.
they traded Vanek at the deadline to
Yeah.
Columbus.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because Thomas Vanek said he was going to go out when the Sedins did. So,
Nope, he's going out.
I
we'll
mean,
see
it's,
then.
it's
but he also thought he was going to finish the season with them probably.
yeah. But I thought they were gonna have one more year while Vancouver's not good to be like a goodbye tour, basically.
I
But-
thought that it would be like, how far away do you think Vancouver is
You mean
from being
here?
from being decent?
Oh,
Oh, very.
I thought you meant like actual miles.
No, I mean obviously they're building around Besser, but like, really you have him,
They
Bo
are
Horvat.
they are 3 offensive lines and 3 defensive lines away from being good.
Well, you heard it here, folks.
And is their number one goalie is that Markstrom, right?
Yes, but they also have Thatcher Demko on his way, who's easily the best goalie prospect in the league.
But how close? Is
He's
he?
close. It's probably within the next 2 seasons.
Okay. So right there to me, though, if you have a goaltender, that's
something, but you literally have Eric Goodbranson,
But do they have anything
Bo
else?
Horvat,
I
and
don't-
Brock Besser.
Do they have any other prospects that could come up
Not to
in
my,
the next year
apparently
or two?
it's not bad, but it's also not great. So I couldn't tell you. I don't want to look it up because I don't want to waste time on Vancouver. But it's going to be a while.
what about Tanev?
Ooh, I forgot about Tanev being there.
Yeah.
He's going to get traded. He's got to get traded next year.
Toronto. I know.
Please no.
Steve wanted him.
I know he wanted him, but please
Yeah.
no, because cap.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to sign Tavares. Come on.
Weird. That's weird.
we. All right, so let's talk about the Pens. They've won 2-2 since our last podcast. I don't have a ton of issue with the loss to the Capitals
No.
last night.
The game was completely even pretty much,
But that-
except for the goals.
But the loss that I saw when I was in Atlantic City to the Red Wings was bad.
I didn't get to watch that game. I know it was
That
bad.
sucked peep.
Yeah, it was trash.
I mean, Crosby scored the first goal.
It
And then
sucked
from that
Nick's
point
little
on-
peep.
From that point on, it was
His
garbage.
Callens. Yeah.
And I was
it
in a
was-
Flyers bar watching this.
I'm sorry for you.
So,
Was it bad?
not
they-
really. I mean,
They were like, we'll see in the playoffs, whatever.
yeah, that's the thing. Like, no one in Philly is gonna give me shit and me go down and take. Like, I'm not just gonna take it
Yeah. Good point.
because I don't have to. I hold all the bragging rights at this point. But so what were the? I'm trying to think now
What?
because I've lost track here, kinda. So since our last podcast, they lost that game to.
Lost to Detroit the
Lost to
night
Detroit.
after.
Yeah, the night
Thursday,
after.
they finally beat
That's
New
when I came
Jersey in
back.
overtime. That's when
right.
Crosby scored that nutty goal.
Yes,
Another one.
opening day.
Yeah, another one. Opening day with the bat in, off the post.
Yes,
Beat Montreal Saturday, and then
Yeah.
lost at the end of a back-to-back last night in a very even game where Grubauer stood on his
Saturday
head.
we were there.
Yeah.
Decent amount of Canadian fans.
I'm
There's some-
impressed.
Yeah, when they scored, I was actually surprised at how many Canadian
Shout
fans there were.
out to that blonde chick wearing a Carey Price jersey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
I do.
I wish I did.
Yeah, she was attractive. I think a lot of people there was literally groups. That was the thing. There was like
They just
no.
bought tickets
There was
together.
once. There was.
Yeah.
I was actually sitting by a Canadians fan, but like other than that dude, everywhere I was looking, it was like groups.
There
of
was
Canadian fans
there
that
was
were
at
still-
least 5 people like sitting together.
Good for them.
So yeah, they definitely
Good for
traveled
them
well.
until you go to Montreal because then they're all assholes.
But the dude by me just like accepted how bad. Like he was just like, we're just trying to play spoiler tonight. Like he's like, that's what I've been watching all season.
So he's one of the sane Canadians fans.
Yeah,
He's like, we know we're bad.
he can't figure out what's going on with Drouin.
He shouldn't be a center.
That's true, but he should also
He's
have
playing
won
a position
13
that he
goals.
hasn't played before. And they're just like, well,
He has
do
4 less goals than Connor Sherry this year.
Really?
He has he scored his 13th against us. That shot was sick though,
It was.
but
oh
still
my God.
Wait, how
He has
many
13
how many goals does he have?
13.
I want to look up Mikhail Sergachev's stats.
Sergachev. Kurdisev.
Because was
I'm
that
gonna stop?
that trade wasn't straight up, was it?
No.
No, there were other things going back.
But those were the two pieces
You look
that,
up the
that
goals.
like people cared about.
You look up the goals.
I'm looking up Sergachev's stats. He has 9 goals,
Okay.
30 assists, so he has 39 points. How many? Let me look up how many points Druins has.
The best thing about this to me is the fact that Drouin wasn't under contract. Like they made that trade with him being an RFA.
Yeah.
So then he had to sign a new contract with Montreal.
Which is
Oh.
what, 6
Oh.
years?
Yeah.
So it was Drouin and Tampa Bay 6th rounder, which was conditional. Don't know the condition. For Sergachev and Montreal 2nd rounder, which was also conditional.
Wow.
I wonder if those conditions will get met because of how even they've played.
One of
like-
them, I think one of the no, that was the McDonough trade where it was if they win the Stanley Cup,
Oh.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the only points separating Jonathan Drouin from Mikhail Sergachev are those 4 goals he has over him. He has 13 goals, 30 assists. So he has 4 more points than the defenseman he was traded for.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And he's their first-line center. That just shows, like, the Habs suck.
What a poorly managed team.
Mark Bergevin.
How is he still?
I don't think
How's he still employed? I think at this point it's just like a joke.
at this point
Around the
I
NHL.
don't blame him.
Wait till he gets an extension for signing Tavares, though.
Yeah, because cap room. Because cap room. If they said on Steve's podcast,
And they get Dolan.
Dolan, and they somehow signed Stastny.
They got to get
And
rid of
bring
the.
Plekanec back.
They got to get rid of the Orlov contract somehow.
What?
The-
Orlov.
Or not the Orlov, Alsner. I was thinking. I was
That
thinking
was
of-
a bad deal. That dude. I think we said it before. Oh my God, that is loud. I think we said it last week because I was at the game. The Penguins are still living in his head, rent free.
Who, Alsner?
Yeah.
Oh, when he tried to hit Sid and then just bodied him on the ground.
Yeah. Like.
And he took a penalty.
Yeah. Yeah. They need to get rid of that deal. I guess get rid of Shea Weber. If you can.
Another great trade.
Oh, I mean, I see it for both teams. I just don't understand it,
Yeah, I don't.
and I will
understand either.
never understand it.
That they did it.
That was on camera. It did not. I'm
Um,
so glad I bought this camera because now you can see everything that we do.
This is about what we do all the time. So I hated that trade from the beginning.
Oh, it was bad.
Especially because like Subban better on the ice.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
like everything that he did off the ice in Montreal. Like
Terrible trade.
like I get people will say, and I'm one of them, I'd rather have a locker room that gels, which apparently they weren't. I don't want to get into that
I
because there
think
was a
that was
whole
PK's
racist
fault, though.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't get it. If you're not French Canadian, you're not welcome on that team.
no.
And that's why I said I don't think it's Bergevin's fault. I think it's someone is essentially puppeteering Bergevin to cater to the French Canadians.
Maybe.
Teams
know.
run terribly.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
bad.
one way or another, the teams run terribly.
Oh,
Whether
yeah.
it's Bergevin, whether it's above him, I don't know. But either way, garbage.
Garbage.
I really have missed Derek Brassard these last couple of games. He got hurt that game against Detroit, so he's been out for 3 games. I mean, he's not gonna miss much more time. He'll be ready for the playoffs. It sounds like.
Yeah. I mean, he's
Um,
day to day. So
So what it's done is put Riley Sheahan back in a position where people actually know how good he is, and I'm pissed.
I am so like. I said he was a solid third line center. Everybody said no. Get another center.
I didn't.
I saw all of that.
You're welcome.
I didn't think you needed to get another third line center, but I think I said if you were getting Brassard, then that would be one that I was okay with. You know.
I mean, yeah, I'm okay with it.
But at the same time, I think it's better if he's our fourth line center, because if he plays fourth line minutes, then he's not playing enough
Okay,
where he
see-
gets priced out of Pittsburgh.
Here's what I'm talking about. We are spoiled.
Well, yeah.
We have
Speak for yourself.
3 first line centers. And our fourth line center is a second line center.
Exactly. So he needs to stay on the fourth line so he doesn't get priced out of Pittsburgh.
But he will.
But we don't want him to.
Nick Bonino did. All because he got like 2 big goals in the playoffs.
He was on the third line, not the fourth line.
Exactly.
Bonino averaged, like 13, 14 minutes a game,
So, I think
and Sheahan's gonna averaging like 8 or 9
that's
on the
it.
fourth line.
That's actually
Well, even strength.
surprising.
Even strength.
Yeah, not counting
killed
penalty
penalty,
kills and
yeah.
everything.
So, yeah, like I said, I don't want. Like I said this to him. I kind of like the idea of hiding him,
I do
So to say-
too.
especially because. But like, I put my ideal lines out there, and if you give him somebody like Zach Aston Reese, which he has right now,
Yeah.
but instead of Kuhnhackl, like Dominic Simone, once Brassard comes back and he takes over on the third line, of course, I think that's a really good fourth line. I mean, that's actually like a skilled fourth line that
Yeah.
he can play with and generate some offense.
Yeah.
But right now he's
who-
playing with Kuhnhackl.
So what would the lines be?
And-
Starting from the bottom up, it'd be Czar.
I am
Sheahan.
still. I mean, Sherry's looked okay on the third line
He's
with
looked good with Broussard.
with Well, he's been playing with Shane and Hornquist the last couple because
Yeah, and
Broussard being out.
He's still pretty decent.
But I still was putting him with Crosby. But say that's not the case. Say it's still Rustin Denzel with Crosby.
Yeah.
And then
a
Hagelin.
Swedes and a Russian.
Well, Hornquist's been playing on the third line though because Kessel moved up.
Oh,
So if you want to put, so say just keep it the way it is right now with Hornquist and Hagelin with Malkin, and then the third line, or I'm sorry, Kessel with Hornquist and Hagelin, and Hornquist.
You just say Kessel with Hornquist and Hagelin?
No, with Malkin. I might have said
All
Hornquist.
wings.
I might have said Hornquist, but I meant
Who
Malkin.
needs centers?
But
Look at the Canadians. It's fine.
But I meant Malkin as second line center. Then the third line, Broussard, Sherry, and Hornquist. Fourth line, Shea and Czar, and I want Simone. But
I'd probably rather have Simone just because
then Kuhnhackl.
you kind of need to shot.
Then the
even
only
if
thing
it
is you got to
doesn't hit
figure
the
out
net.
who's killing penalties on the second penalty kill.
So who would be the first one?
The first penalty kill,
Yes,
Shane and Hagelin.
Hornquist and Czar.
Does Hornquist kill penalties?
Rust.
Yeah. Because I was gonna say I don't see why Hornquist doesn't kill penalties, but at the same time, I get it. He'd probably
He already
die.
blocked enough shots.
Yeah, he'd probably die.
Yeah.
Metaphorically.
Please don't. And what else do I got on the Pens? I don't think I have much. Actually, I have nothing. So
Murray's looked better. The Orlov goal last night that went through Mata's legs was soft,
yeah.
but I see why.
The Wilson goal was unlucky.
That was, I will give credit partially because the NBC broadcast was like, hey, look at this guy. He's Bobby Orr. It's like, no, he tried to tip the puck, and guess what? He got lucky.
Yeah. I mean, he was obviously trying to do that, and he did it. So
Yeah.
I got to give credit where it's due.
See, like that's the thing. When you do that and you get super excited, you just look like you definitely didn't think you were going to make that.
Yeah. Look what I found.
Uh-oh.
Just fluttered
No,
over
I'm
his
saying
shoulder.
that's
Oh, okay.
That's the reaction. Look what I found.
Yeah.
Because
like Crosby did that, and he's like, yeah.
he's like, oh, I knew that was going to happen. So quick look at the playoff picture right now. As it stands, if the season ended today, well, how about since our last podcast, actually, Boston has jumped Tampa Bay
Yeah.
in the standings. So,
And Stamkos is hurt.
so Boston would be playing New Jersey. Washington would be playing Philadelphia. Tampa, Toronto, and Pittsburgh, Columbus.
That Tampa-Toronto series just got a lot more interesting.
With if Stamkos is out?
Because that team is hurt.
Do you know what he's out with?
Lower body injury.
That'd
you
be
said yourself, what's his face? John Cooper was just like, I have no idea.
Oh, yeah. Maybe he's blood doping again.
that'd be pretty crazy though. I mean, like we're talking
Well, he
about
did that before.
Tampa.
Stamkos?
That's why he was out 2 years ago with us. He was out for the majority of the year because he was blood doping and got blood clots.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh. Okay. I just never heard the term blood doping with Stamkos. I just knew blood clots was a thing.
Yeah.
He got blood clots because he was blood doping.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So
Anyway.
how crazy would it be though for Tampa to end up going one and done after the season that we've been talking about, like
I'd enjoy
being
it.
so good
I'd
in
enjoy
the
it.
East for most of the year, and then go one and done by losing to Toronto.
It'd be kind of a less
It happens.
threatening way to the Eastern Conference Final.
Speaking
Then
of,
the only like I don't want to say I wouldn't worry about Toronto, but I
speaking
still
of-
feel like their little brother.
Well, yeah. But speaking of kind of one seeds not doing so hot, Predators kind of looked shaky recently. They just
Oh yeah,
had a-
speaking of Predators, sorry to interrupt.
No, you're
I looked up. Guess who has more goals than Nick Bonino, or not more goals, more points than Nick Bonino this year?
Shane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bonino
I
has
said-
25 points. Shane has 31,
Wow.
and all 31 are with the Pens.
And to be fair, all 31.
Yeah, he didn't have any points with Detroit when he came here.
How many games did he play?
Not that many. I
Okay.
think like 15 or
He was
something
so
like that.
ass there.
Well, the whole team is ass.
I know, but still, like, how do you not record a point?
He
To be
played.
fair,
He
he
played
did-
8 games. So
Oh.
not
And
even.
he didn't score until the last game last year, and he played all of them,
Yeah,
or almost all
that's
of
what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah.
not talking about just this year with the Red Wings. I'm talking about his tenure there.
I'd be interested to see the games played between Shane and Bonino if there's a difference, because Bonino was out for a while.
Nashville's still best in the NHL though with 113
I was gonna
Games
say,
played
they're-
this season.
Yeah.
Okay.
And their numbers.
6-3-1 in their last 10.
Yeah, and the one was a huge comeback. I remember that. They had another one where they just blew a tire in the middle of a game and couldn't do anything. And then Scott Hartnell showing his true inner colors and just destroying that poor man's face. That I'm pretty sure was just
He
a made-up
sucks.
character in NHL.
So
I've never heard of the guy before, and now he no longer has a face. So
Riley Sheahan has played 79 games, has 11 goals, 20 assists, 31 points.
solid.
Bonino has played 68 games, 12 goals, 13 assists, 25 points.
So relatively the same,
Yeah.
except less points.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take that trade-off.
I mean,
Me too.
it works.
To me, Bonino was good defensively too, but Shane's just he's huge.
He's just an all-around good hockey player, and he's physically gifted.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for someone to say pause.
Pause. So in the West, season ends today. It would be Nashville versus Colorado.
Man.
Vegas versus LA.
And Colorado just lost Eric Johnson and Semyon Varlamov.
Winnipeg versus Minnesota, and San Jose versus Anaheim.
Who did Minnesota lose? Dubnyk and Suter?
Suter, yeah, they lost Dubnyk too.
I thought they did. I could be wrong, but Suter just officially had is having surgery on his ankle.
Yeah.
That's a big loss. Somebody else in Minnesota. I don't know if it was Dubnyk. It might have been somebody else.
If it was Dubnyk, then they could just kiss any hope goodbye.
Yeah. And then Varlamov's out and Eric Johnson's out. That's kind of really
Sucks.
that really hurts. But I mean, I guess Bernier. I guess.
Spurgeon is out right now, but he'll be coming back.
Yeah.
He tore his hamstring.
Ooh,
That's the only person.
that's not fun.
Yeah, but he's coming back. It's
Yeah,
weird.
yeah.
Olafson and Kunin are the only ones listed.
Okay, I must have
Yeah.
misread something. It must have been just like a separate part. I still don't see anyone coming out of there except for either the Vegas Golden Knights or the Predators.
Yeah, I'm taking Nashville. I like Winnipeg though, but like I said, they're gonna have to play Nashville in the second round.
Yeah.
So
Golden Knights. William Karlsson's goal between
Yeah.
the legs.
Was sick.
That was
Not-
nice.
Not the best goal I've ever seen at Jamal.
Yeah, Jamal, I will literally have a thread of people doing that in the NHL.
I made the comparison of doing that in game in the NHL though to my ability to build while getting shot down in Fortnite. Like I just don't think to do it. And like how
Yeah.
somebody thinks to do that in a game is nuts.
I don't think the build in Fortnite.
Yeah, so like in the interview, he's like, "Yeah, I had the right angle." It's like, how do you know which angle to do that? Like in game to do that at?
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, I was coming in the right
And
angle,
it's
so
like
I
if
figured I'd try
it doesn't work out, he just looks stupid
Yeah,
for trying to do that. Like
I was coming in
But
at
it
the
looked
right angle.
amazing.
He just
Yeah.
had a poke check, and I just happened to get the drop on him. And that shot was nasty.
yeah.
Like not just the
It
move,
wasn't
the
like he
shot
put
was
it
dirty.
into him, it just like went through him.
Yeah.
He literally roofed it
Yeah.
over him.
Like that's the thing. Like if I think he just like kind of like chips and flicks that in, it's not that big of a deal. But you got a lot on that.
that was
Yeah.
shorthanded too.
Yeah.
And then the next night, Drew faked going between his legs. And
Drew.
then- yeah,
Oh yeah, that's right. What was Tuukka doing there? Because like I get it, but he just kind of like stopped in the middle of the net and was like, "You're still going." Oh, nope.
Well, I mean, he faked between going to his legs, frees the goalie potentially. Because the way he's coming in, he would be shooting the way Tuukka was.
Yeah, I just personally, once again, it's going back to these guys are way better than I am. But if you follow the guy, you're more than likely going to stop that. Am I wrong?
I mean, you're supposed to follow the puck, and the puck was going back. Then he pulled it forward.
Fair
I don't
enough.
know. Yeah.
Fair enough. Like I see both sides.
Yeah. It's just that goal I think was impressive too.
Yeah.
Drew said he's never tried that move before. He just wanted to see if it worked.
Wow. What a dick.
All right, so the last thing we have before we answer the couple of questions we do have, something they were talking about on the Steve Dangle podcast, if anybody listens to that. I mean, we reference it on here a decent bit. But was talking about, like, the Hart Trophy.
Yes, we
Because-
talked about that at the game some today.
Yeah. Which goes to the most valuable player in the league. So that doesn't necessarily just mean the best player, because if it just means the best player,
That's a Ted
Connor
Lindsay.
McDavid leads the league in points. He's the only guy with over 100.
Like they said, if they're going to give it to the best player, then except for the past couple of years, Crosby should have gotten it every single year.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So, but
Yeah, that's. I mean, they literally said on there, if the MVP is supposed to be the best player in any sport, LeBron
should never.
and Sidney Crosby
Yeah,
should just continue to win those.
Yeah.
But that's not what it is. And for me personally, I don't see Connor McDavid as a candidate for the MVP because the Oilers are not in the playoffs. And whether that should matter or not, that's just a personal preference, I guess. But I don't care how valuable you are if your team's not good.
Yeah.
Like if you take, they're going to be worse if you take them off that team. But they can't. How much worse can you be? And it doesn't matter if you're worse because you're not making the playoffs regardless. So, for me, I mean, he can win the Lindsay Award. That's fine. That goes to the best player as voted on by hockey players. But most valuable, to me, my candidates are, and we talked about this a little bit before we came on, McKinnon, Giroux, and Kopitar, pending who makes the playoffs. And I think Taylor Hall could be considered too. Guys that are in front of them in points include McDavid, Malkin, Kucherov.
Yep.
But the thing is, those guys are
On teams that
you
have
expect to do
other
well or
stars.
surrounded by other stars. I mean, they're powerhouses. Well, minus McDavid, obviously, but I
he
just
has Draisaitl though.
yeah, but
Draisaitl,
he still leads him
still
by
38
like 30.
points ahead
Yeah,
of him.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying he's supposed to be good. Look at his contract.
Supposed to be.
yeah. Was he
Peter
making
Chiarelli.
like 9?
Something like
Yeah.
that. I think
The
it's
difference
like
is
9.8.
Kucherov and Malkin are on teams where the players actually produce.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean we have 3 guys in the top 10. So how can you just single out Malkin as an MVP candidate?
Yeah. I
I mean,
we talked about it beforehand. They talked about it on their show. I personally go by if the fact that McDavid has 100 plus points. I don't care what he
103, I think. Yeah.
I don't care what he finishes with. He is still not going to win the Hart Trophy because he could not single-handedly will that team into the playoffs. Anze Kopitar is single-handedly.
What's weird is so he went on this ridiculous stretch 30 games
and they
ago,
still lost.
and they've been even worse than their prior 30-game stretch.
That's how bad they are when McDavid's not on the ice.
Yeah.
Like, it's unbelievable.
So when he's that good, it does not affect the team positively regardless.
Like you could remove him and they might lose 6 to 8 less games than they have.
I'm curious to go back to our
Or
episode
more.
where we
Yeah.
talked about NHL predictions because I'm almost positive I said Cam Talbot would not be good, and he has not been good at all.
Didn't really help
Probably,
that he's been
yeah.
hurt a lot this year.
Yeah.
He came back and guaranteed they make the playoffs.
Would he bet his contract? I bet Peter
No.
Chiarelli wishes. Yeah, Anze Kopitar is single-handedly willing the Kings into the playoffs. I mean, he's got people around him, a.k.a. Drew
But
Doughty.
the second leading scorer on the team is Doughty.
Kopitar has 90 points. Doughty had
50 something,
55, I think.
which is very good for a defenseman, especially for Doughty, who's not normally like that involved in the offense like that.
Yeah.
That sucks whenever your second leading scorer on your team is.
I know, like, where's Tyler Toffoli? Like, I thought he was gonna break out this year.
A ghost.
Let's see. Drew Doughty has 58 points.
That's good.
So he's still 32 ahead of Doughty.
That's actually very good.
It's none of the forwards are producing. That's just how it is.
Norris.
I mean, Dustin Brown is a shell of what he used to be when they won those cups. Like I said, I don't know where Tyler Toffoli's been, but who else is even there that you would say I expect this guy to put up numbers? I mean, I actually do like that rookie Kempe.
Adrian Kempe.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's good. I don't think he's as good as he's playing right now. Or at the beginning of the season, I should say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't see anyone
Tanner
else.
Pearson. No. I mean,
Clifford, is he still there?
Kyle Clifford, yeah.
he's a fourth liner
Yeah.
though. Yeah.
Third line.
Like that's literally all I know. Is like,
Jeff Carter.
Yeah.
oh,
But I knew he wasn't. But so
He's
okay.
older, though, now, right?
Are you looking at their lines or just their roster?
Their
yes,
lines.
Tyler, a whole year
Okay,
older.
so what's their
Huh?
A whole year older.
What are their lines?
He asked if they were older,
I asked if.
or he was older.
Yeah, I didn't. I don't know how old Jeff Carter is.
I couldn't tell you.
He's a year older. I'm just trying to piss you off.
All right,
That
can you read
sentence
those?
doesn't make
Can you
sense.
read those lines?
Kopitar, Dustin Brown, and Tanner Pearson are his first line.
Yeah.
Jeff Carter, Tyler Toffoli, Tobias Ryder,
Oh Jesus.
Adrian Kempe, Trevor Lewis, and Kyle Clifford.
Oh, Tobias. Yeah. I forgot
And
about
then
that trade.
Mike Amadio, Torrey Mitchell, and Nate Thompson.
I'm pretty sure that last line was made up on NHL video game.
They
Almost
don't even
positive.
have. They don't actually play a fourth line. They just have to make up that.
Yeah, it's just names they write
That
down.
is terrible. If the Kings make the playoffs, I'm kind of with Kopitar now, just because of that.
You're welcome.
Yeah. The defensive pairings are Drew Doughty, Derek Forbert.
Who?
No idea. Never heard of that guy in my life. Christian Folan and Alec Martinez, and then Dion Phaneuf and Paul Ledoux.
Oh,
Is,
man.
Where's what's his name? Muzzin.
I think
He's hurt.
Nice.
I mean, their defense isn't bad.
No, it's not terrible.
I've never heard of three of those guys.
I mean, if Phaneuf is
But if
on your
Muzz-
third pairing,
But
that's
if
not bad.
Muzzin's in there,
I've
then,
never heard
yeah.
two of them. Two.
The two.
I'm tired.
Me too. I almost fell asleep on the
Wait,
way
what
here.
the heck?
You did. What?
I guess it didn't update their power play units
Oh,
because they have
no.
someone on their power play that's not even listed on their lines.
Gabrick?
No, Gravel, Kevin Gravel.
Oh. Maybe they
Kevin
just dressed
Gravel?
an extra
I don't
guy.
know. Did one of you mention Peter Chiarelli?
I think I
We
did.
talked about the Oilers.
Yeah. You want to? I'm gonna give you a list, and these are people that
He's
have
traded.
been traded, or a pick that, or a player that he traded away the pick for.
Okay.
Phil Kessel, Blake Wheeler,
Oh.
Tyler Sagan,
Yeah.
Taylor Hall,
Yeah.
Niall Yakupov,
Well.
Jordan Eberle, and then he traded actually all of those, and then he traded the pick that these players got picked. T.J. Brody,
Ooh.
Jamie Benn,
Ooh.
Ricard Raquel, and Matthew Barzal.
Ooh. That last one.
What a terrible track record.
So what I'm hearing here is don't trade picks.
Unless,
We've
I
traded
mean,
a
if
lot
he's
of picks.
if he's gonna trade picks,
Let me-
trade him to me, please.
Let me rephrase
Although
that.
Matthew Barzal was our pick actually.
Let me rephrase that. Do not trade picks years in advance. Specifically first rounders.
Like who got traded for like a 2020 or
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Somebody got traded for a 2021 pick or something
yeah,
like that.
it was something like that. Yeah,
Yeah, that just
it
has
was like
bad
way
written all
down
over
the
it.
line.
Like you look at it now, it's like, oh,
That wasn't
won
in
that
the Tatar.
No, it was like
there was something like that in the Tatar deal.
well, yeah. Tatar was
Tatar.
first 2018, second 2019, and third 2020.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
No,
it
someone
was-
got traded for a 2021 pick. But I don't really think. I think it was just like moving him for a reason.
Yeah, and that's dangerous too. 'Cause it's like, at least to me,
You
like
have no
in the mind of
idea
a
who's gonna
GM.
be in that draft.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they obviously know, but you don't know what they can become.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You
You,
don't
have
know
so many
how
years.
bad your team is going to be. You don't know how good some other team in your division is going to be. It's a bunch of no to me.
Who knows? But that's why Peter Chiarelli's right there with Bergevin, right?
Yeah, him and who's the guy in the Isles?
The Islanders GM.
Garth Snow.
Yeah.
Mm.
I thought Garth Snow was the owner for a second. No,
Hell no.
Garth Snow as well. So
All right. Well, that about wraps up what we have. That isn't questions for us.
I was gonna say, I think we only have two.
He has two that are not on here.
So
So
we have four.
So, where are the 100 loss Yinzers now? I'm
Waiting.
sure some of them were there.
They're lying in wait.
Oh, that was one of mine.
I mean, the
Or no,
team-
that wasn't one of mine.
The team
Never
can
mind.
still lose 158.
Yeah, I saw that, and I'm like, you're a sad human. I did that. A couple
I didn't even
times
know
today.
anybody actually said that. I was just messing around.
No, somebody really said that.
Jesus. But I'm sure some of them were in attendance. today.
Actually, I think he said 156, and didn't do his math right. Yeah.
So I
Anyway,
guess he's giving us 2 more wins.
yeah. Anyway,
That's a lot of getting swept.
that's a lot of. I don't want to watch baseball anymore.
Jesus Christ. So it's pretty imperative that the Pirates aren't going to lose a game this year. They're going 162-0. So Joey Bag of Donuts wants to know: will they lose a game in 2019 or 2020?
No.
No, because Mitch Keller's going to be here. Potentially Austin Meadows.
Yeah, they're probably gonna get better.
Meadows.
I was going to say Matthews.
Wow, blockbuster.
Yeah.
Cross branding.
Well, I think his second sport was baseball.
Let's see him take some batting
But-
practice.
Let's get it.
Crosby can take batting practice.
Yes, he can.
Put one in the river. I mean, the team's just going to get better from here, so I don't see it happening. Mitch Keller, Shane Baz after that.
I
no
mean,
more Jordy Mercer.
Please God, no.
No more Jordy Mercer.
Jordy.
Jordy.
Jordy duty.
We say it every year, but I mean, they are only going to get better.
Hopefully.
They're the fourth youngest team in the MLB right now.
I did not know that actually.
Yeah.
I mean, I think so. We peaked at 2015, and then we decline slowly.
Decline though.
16.
Now,
Then we got worse 17. But now I think this is like, I mean, the other ones were supposed to be bridge years, but this is like, I think, our bridge year from trending back up.
now
If that makes sense.
I have a question. Take it with a grain of salt because it's a very loose question.
You're asking it, so I'm
I'm going to take it with a whole salt packet.
I enjoy that.
I have the entire shader.
What if, for some reason,
We
It
get Mike
was-
Trout?
it was the
Yeah,
locker
I don't
room.
know.
I didn't hear.
what if it was the locker room? What if the attitude in the locker room was the problem the past couple of years? With two certain guys that happen to get traded.
I could see the one.
I can see both. You have seen the bad side of Kutch before.
I mean, but who's he?
I'm not saying he was being a dick to people. I'm saying maybe the attitude of I'm slumping right now, I'm not doing well, just kind of infected the entire room. I'm not saying this is what it is.
The only
I'm not
thing
saying
that
what this is I believe in. I'm just saying what if.
The only thing that I'm gonna say is maybe the lack of a true those two guys were
Yeah, because
vocal leaders.
Yeah.
Maybe not having that is actually better for these guys. You don't have that,
Yeah.
and everybody's just more relaxed.
Well, see, that's the thing. When Walker got traded,
Yeah.
McCutcheon was pissed because he didn't want to be the leader. And that's fact.
Okay.
So I think
Sources?
that might have been that. Locker room friends.
I'm just kidding.
I know. But I think there might be something behind that. Like, when David Freese made those comments about the front office and everything,
Mm-hmm.
I personally felt like they were more geared to the people in the locker room.
Maybe
I could be wrong.
Maybe, but if those guys were gone, then why say anything? At this point, if that's true, if it
Maybe
were those
little
two
jabs.
guys. No, but I'm saying, so why wouldn't he have said
Well, I'm not saying it doesn't go both ways. I'm saying what if that was part of the problem? I should have rephrased it just period. Because did
I
say the
honestly
problem.
think the biggest thing is the us against the world mentality. I think it has nothing to do with
Oh, yeah.
with anything in the locker room. I think it's just those guys embracing that expectations have never been lower. So
Yeah.
let's run with it.
So go 162 now.
Yeah.
We're going to
Yeah.
win 117 games.
117.
Who's the 0-1 Mariners? Never heard of her.
Who's Ken Griffey?
Never heard of her.
I've heard of Sterling Marte.
How many? Okay, so 100.
Also, excuse
So
me,
45.
Starling Marte.
Who the hell's beaten us 45 times?
Wait, what?
That means we're gonna have 45 losses. I just don't see it.
The Cubs.
Oh,
the Cubs can't beat the Marlins or the Reds consecutively.
They lost 1-0 to the Reds.
They lost 6-0 to the Marlins, and they also
They
lost.
ass.
They
if someone gives me a Chris Bryan jersey, they're a 100-loss team.
Let's start a GoFundMe.
What if the Cubs randomly just go 500?
Just an outlier.
That makes everything's wide open.
I tweeted this at Ryan from North Shore 9.
What if the NL Central sucks?
What if the NL Central sucks?
I mean, it wasn't that great last year.
No.
What if it sucks worse? And we just suck the least.
Still the playoffs.
Win 86, but win the division.
Still the playoffs. Still playoff revenue. All I care about.
I mean, right now I'm feeling good about my pick of 83. I'll tell you how I feel in May.
I'm
but
feeling good about my wild card pick.
I swear to God.
What?
if we make
if
a
your
wild.
teams are just all right. If the Phillies win,
If the Phillies win and the Pirates make it in, and what was the other one? I had another one.
The Giants lose 100 games.
Yeah, and the Giants lose 95 plus or 90.
no, there was
95
another
plus.
team that you had
Yeah.
that you said this is going to be my Blackhawks pick, and I said no, the next one will be, and it was the
Yeah.
Phillies. So whatever you,
Oh man.
I know.
I'm gonna look at the MLB standings.
I hate this
just
part of
to-
the episode because it's just all banter, and we have
Oh,
no
you
idea
didn't
where
pick the Dodgers to win the division.
Yeah.
You picked the Rockies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
If even if two or three of those four things come true,
I'm going to kill myself.
yeah. Like, you guys think it's a joke. It might.
And now that we
actually
got
happen.
that, could you imagine me eating a Ryan Howard jersey with this? Now that we have the the webcam,
live on camera.
it's like you're not just gonna be able to hear me eating a shirt. You're gonna be able to visually watch me eat a shirt.
I'm just gonna bring the camera down and have you just stare into it. Just
I could probably get one for like $7 at this point. So
Now, obviously, this isn't gonna happen. But what would be a bigger upset on the MLB season? The Astros missing playoffs or the Yankees with the Yankees' new roster?
Yankees. To me personally, Yankees.
'Cause I feel like those are probably the two best teams in the MLB, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at their roster, just on paper, those are the two best teams.
but I still question the Yankees pitching. So to me, that's why I still might say on paper. Obviously, they haven't gotten it going yet, but the Dodgers when healthy. I mean, obviously they don't have Justin Turner either right now.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm still going to say the Astros just because they won the World Series last year and they got better.
Yeah. Garrett Cole's your fourth starter.
That's ridiculous.
Garrett Cole and Charlie Morton are pitching together again.
And Charlie Morton's your fifth starter.
Yeah.
My God, I want him back so bad.
Dallas Keuchel's your second. Once
Lance
you get past the number,
McCullers, your third.
yeah. That's why to me, like
And
they have the rotation.
Verlander's pitching like an ace.
They
again.
have the better rotation than the Yankees, and I don't think that there's that much of a drop off 1 through 9.
just the home run ball.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the home run volume.
Imagine if the Astros would have been able to bring back J.D. Martinez though, or if they didn't let him go. Imagine if he was just there the whole time, and he didn't suck when he was right there.
It's gonna suck for the
Yeah.
Astros whenever they have to shell out all the money for all the people that are on rookie contracts.
Well, they already showed out the money at Altuve finally.
Yeah, $30 million a year.
I wonder if you're gonna.
I mean, like
see-
Springer, Bregman, like these people are gonna need contracts in a couple years.
Correa.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I wonder if you're gonna see like a Pirates-esque, or I guess Indians would be the better way to put it, because what they're doing right now is kind of like letting piece by piece go, but still keeping the core team together, and then eventually at some point it's all gonna come.
Pause.
I didn't finish my sentence. I did take a big breath there.
You did.
But
Pause.
it's all just gonna come apart. And at what point does that happen? Baseball, it seems to be a little less than every other sport because you do have such a window of
Depending on your market size, yeah.
well, depending on your market size, and then just the way the contracts work with like
And
pre-arb,
Yeah, 6
arb,
years control of a guy.
yeah, like renewal, pre-arb, arb, blah blah blah.
and the difference is between like the Indians and Houston is really a big market team.
Yeah.
They just don't have to have the payroll of a big market team right now because of everybody's contracts.
Yeah.
So
Flashback to the
I
days
mean,
when Carlos Lee was their star player.
realistically, I
Flashback
don't-
to when they had a $26 million payroll.
yeah, I mean,
Did they?
I don't really see them having to really
2 or 3 years
rebuild
ago.
like that, just because they are realistically a big market team.
Yeah.
So
I just think it's interesting.
I'm trying to think now. It's interesting, though, who would be the one to part with. I mean, other ones you said, Bregman, but I don't put him in the same category as Altuve, Springer, Correa. I think Bregman's kind of a tier down from those guys.
Yeah, I think he is. I think his
yeah,
attitude
he was
is in the
was
same
just one I
area.
thought of that would
Yeah.
need a contract.
Like he brings something to the game with.
But
that.
they have, I mean, they still have other guys that are going to be coming up there. Derek Fisher, Tucker.
Who was
I
the
mean,
name that I brought up the other day? Or not the other day. It was just I think it was by myself. Like, there's a dude in their system with a crazy name, or not crazy, but
If it was by yourself, then
yeah.
yeah, I can't
how would
remember.
we know?
Well, he's one of their top prospects.
You guys
that's why I'm
remember when I
asking.
had that dream?
Yeah. The only reason I ask is because he's one of their top prospects. I can't remember his name now.
What were the
Forrest Whitley.
Oh, the pitcher.
Yeah.
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 Okay. That was rumored in the Cole trade.
That was a whole bunch of depressing when we didn't get him.
Well, what happened with him? Is he hurt?
I think he's hurt, but that was the injury happened after.
Yeah.
But it was just kind of like, Forrest Whitley's going. Nope.
Yeah, like everybody was saying he's expected to be part of,
Mhm.
and then
Nope.
Nah. All right, what are your what questions you have?
Cody Coleman asked, how significant is this 4-0 for the Pirates?
Huge.
I think it's
Attitude-wise,
I mean, it is just 4 games, but at the same time, I think it's good that they prove themselves they're not terrible.
I was going to say, who are we, like, is he talking about for us or the players?
I
Like,
think
I
just in
think
general,
just-
how significant is it?
Yeah, how the season is going to go.
For the players, it's something to build off of, obviously. And like I said, I think that they've kind of adapted the, like, us against the world mentality. Like, for us, it's like we can kind of get excited, but, like, as a realist, a baseball fan, you know it's only 4 games. But I really don't want to get too excited just for 4 games,
Yeah.
especially when 3 of them were against what projects to be one of the worst teams in baseball. But there's not a whole lot to not like so far.
Yeah.
I think for the players, though, it gives you at least some confidence in. You probably spent the whole. I don't know how they look into it, but you probably spent the whole offseason. Everybody's telling you you're going to suck.
Yeah.
Like you're going to be bad.
Because they did.
So you're just proving to
I
yourself
mean, they
like
basically
you're
had
not
a
that
4th
bad.
place stamp on them
Yeah.
in the offseason before they played a game.
Yeah.
Everybody's just penciling them in 4th place.
Yeah. So I just think it's good for the team, like their morale, that they're 4-0.
Yeah.
So I think mentally it's good for the players. It's fun for the fans too.
There's obviously no cons to it. It's just how much do you want to buy into it already, just because it is 4 games. But I mean,
I'm going to buy into it just because I see the guys
you had already
play.
bought into it. Like, you were the only one that put them in the playoffs. So,
Yeah, good point.
I mean, if that happens, you're the one that looks like a genius. Yet again.
Not
And
as
I'm going to
not,
kill myself.
not as smart as Mark Madden, though. Remember that.
All right, what's the other one?
All right. Nick asked,
Oh, Christ.
"Is this the Caps' year?"
Is that a question?
Yep, that's a question.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Is it a serious question?
I believe so.
You sound like me when we were talking about his
Is
pockets.
this the Cavs year? Oh,
Nick, what are you smoking?
That's cute.
I know you're at SRO, but you're SRU.
SRO.
Standing room only. Sra. Wow. Is this the Caps year? Hell no.
Losing in the first round.
I'm assuming he's asking because all the pressure's off of them, because they aren't back-to-back President's trophies. But at the same time,
Okay.
you're the damn Capitals.
So here's the thing. You're the Capitals. The pressure's off of you. And
Still win the
then,
division.
And then you weren't expected to win the division, and then you win the division. All of the eyes are back on you because you were the best team you were the best team out of the Metro. The most stacked division, you were the best team out of there. You should beat the Penguins.
And then somehow you make it to the second round. You get to say
Somehow.
hello to the Penguins, who have
Then you lose.
been living in your head rent-free for the past couple of years.
Who's going to play goalie for them in the playoffs?
Grubauer. Already
You think
calling
so?
Honestly, I know Grubauer is playing great, but I'm going Holtby.
Holy.
Shit.
Oh.
Is it? But like, okay, so a lot of people think that Holtby literally didn't play against the Penguins because he can't mentally. Yesterday, like people were saying that.
So
If
it's like you have
we meet
Holtby
them
in
in
the
the-
first round,
He
and
has
then you just start
PTSD.
playing Grubauer.
Yeah, I mean, if you look, like I said to you guys, when you looked at their tweet about winning the division, their fans like in their mentions are just going
AIDS.
off
Well,
Yeah.
if that's the case, then
about Grubauer.
Bobrovsky should never play the Penguins. Holtby should never play the Penguins. Lundqvist should never play the Penguins. Like, there's a few goalies that It doesn't matter how good they are playing on the season or the past few games. They play the Penguins, they're letting up like 5. Or they're getting pulled.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember there was a certain stretch where I think Lundqvist got pulled in like 3 out of 4 games that we played him. And before 2016, he owned us.
Yeah.
We couldn't score on him.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. We have certain goalies' numbers. And they just happen to be the people that we play in the playoffs a lot.
Because the people who play in the playoffs a lot are the ones in our division.
And they're also goalies that are argued are like the best goalies in the league too.
Yeah.
But no, this isn't the Caps here, Nick. What are you talking about?
When they beat us in the second round, I'll say it's their year.
The funny
And
thing
it's not going to be this year because they're losing in the first
the
round.
funny thing is, it's like, even if they were to get past us,
They're just going to sweep the whole damn thing. They're going to go, what, like 12-0?
Wait, what?
We'll just watch. They're just going to sweep the whole damn thing. 16-0. My bad. Math.
that's not gonna happen. Even if they were to get past us, like we
Have
it
fun
was always-
playing Toronto,
it was
Tampa
always
Bay,
a-
or Boston.
That's what I say. Like, it was a 2-dog race the past couple years between us and Washington. We just happen to be in the same division. Now, the Atlantic actually has the 3 better teams, like point-wise,
Yeah.
than the Metro. So, have fun with Boston or Tampa or even Toronto. I mean, if Toronto gets past Tampa,
Toronto could have beat them last year.
yeah.
They almost did.
I mean, it came, 3 out of the 6 games with the overtime, I think.
So in the year that could be Washington's year, quote unquote, the East is even more balanced than it was the past 2 years.
I don't know if
And
it's
they
even
weren't
more
able to-
balanced. I think it's more overpowered than the West.
Well, yeah, but I just mean
But before-
it's not a 2-dog
I-
race.
Before
I know what you mean.
the East, it was just us and the Caps.
Yeah.
That were, like, nobody had anybody else contending.
Well, I mean, the Lightning for a year.
But then they didn't even make playoffs last year.
And then look, they're back at the top. Almost the top.
We'll see what happens with Stamkos.
Top.
But that
I
was
don't know
it
what
then.
I'm doing, by the way. Can we please talk about what happened in the Chick-fil-A parking lot?
God.
Please.
Well, you've already kind of referenced it.
I
haven't you?
want it told from the
Yeah,
man himself.
you've referenced my pocket. I don't know if you can see on the video.
No.
My pocket is like out, being air dried right now. Because I just washed it off earlier. So we went to Chick-fil-A because if you're wearing pirate stuff, you get a free sandwich.
And boy, were they busy.
Yeah, they were packed. But I got Chick-fil-A sauce because Chick-fil-A sauce is amazing.
Amazing.
Holy crap. Amazing. It's amazing. And
It's amazing.
so I put it in my pocket because we're waiting forever on our food. And then we go
Mistake
to,
number 1, by the way.
yeah. But then we finally get our food. We go back to the car. We start eating. I'm looking for my Chick-fil-A sauce. I check one pocket, nothing. And then so I check my other pocket. I put my hand in, and I didn't hear it pop or anything. I put my hand in my pocket, and I just feel like wet, and it's just filled. And I just say, like I don't even remember if I said I'm mad or I'm pissed, but I'm just like, I put my hand in my pocket, and I'm pissed.
Literally.
And they don't know the context.
So
and
the way this goes, imagine I'm in the driver's seat. I'm Tyler. He puts his hand in his pocket. He just turns his head real slowly, looks at Smitty, and goes, "I'm mad." And we just kind of went, and he goes, "My Chick-fil-A sauce popped."
yeah.
and
And I pull out my hand, and there's just Chick-fil-A sauce on it.
And seeing a grown man pull out his hand with white sauce on his hand is the funniest
Hey,
thing in the
Lost a
world.
whole packet of sauce
Hey,
and a packet of gum.
I lost like half of it,
Oh.
first off.
And a packet of gum.
I licked the sauce that was on the outside of the packet. Come on now. I'm not wasting that.
Boisting.
What'd you do with you licked the sauce off your gum packet or the inside of your pocket?
No, that I washed out in Herb's sink. But yeah, so and Herb I thought was gonna die
I almost
in
did. I
the
almost
in the
blacked
back
out.
seat
I almost
because he was
blacked out.
laughing so hard.
I couldn't breathe. It was the funniest thing in the world. That was the hardest I've laughed in years.
But I was happy just my phone wasn't in my pocket this time because this actually happened a couple weeks ago with Szechuan sauce. And it got on my phone, and my phone smelled like Chinese food for like a week.
Is that a problem though?
I don't know why I have sauce in my pocket. Pause. But apparently it's happened twice in like a month. So maybe I just need to watch where I put my sauce. Pause. But yeah. Do we want to bring up the other thing that we brought up in the car?
In a minute, but I can hear Geddes when you said I gotta watch where I put my sauce. I can hear him going, "Amen." What was the other thing?
Oh no, you should know better than both of us.
What was it? I can't remember.
It's a national day.
No, you need to be the one to bring this up.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I'm missing something.
Oh,
already.
you're missing something.
Do you know what today is?
No.
It's National Autism Awareness Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
And we've been saving this
Yeah.
for so long.
Yeah.
We've wanted to bring it up for so long.
Because not many people know. At all.
Herb's autistic.
Just screams.
It's great.
Just screams it. He's like, I'm proud.
I'm just gonna sit here.
You
Yeah.
No. You said happy birthday.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
he did.
It's National Autism Awareness Day. Happy birthday, Herb.
Like, we're sitting in the car and he goes, "It's National Autism Awareness Day. Happy birthday." I'm like,
Yeah.
"What?"
Oh, it was great.
It was like, I'm not offended,
Happy birthday.
but I'm confused.
God damn it.
I was so happy I saw that on my phone.
Smitty is
What's the
so-
chances it falls on a Monday?
on opening day, nonetheless.
Yeah. And you catch it before. Because, like, normally we would have done the podcast.
And I catch it, and I have some freaking sauce in my pocket.
A sauce, for you.
Oh, that sauce was definitely on me.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that's how we ended the day right before the podcast.
Oh.
Yeah, but now that I said it, I want to bring up last year whenever it was like, you remember the hashtag like Pirates season in 5 words
Yeah.
or something like that. What was it? Oh, yeah. I didn't tweet it because I didn't want to be.
Keep it a
I didn't want to.
secret.
Not a secret. I really didn't give a shit, but I didn't want to be insensitive. Like
I know what you mean, but knowing you, how like you're the most insensitive motherfucker I know.
yeah, that's true. But I wanted to say, found out Herb was autistic because I found out at a Pirate
I
game
thought
last
somebody
year.
did say that.
I'm almost positive
Like, I
somebody
think
did.
Sarge might have.
It was Sarge or Stubbs.
Sarge wanted to, I believe, but he didn't
okay.
actually do it.
Because every time I tell someone, they're like, "No."
Yeah, no, it was actually confirmed while we were recording a podcast.
Raisins.
Yeah. And whenever Herb's mom walked in, she's like, "Yeah, whenever Herb was younger, that's when the autism was really bad."
Yeah.
And we were like, "Oh shit."
It's real.
I
He's
honestly,
not
thought it was
lying.
like a running joke, and like Sam was just going along with it. And then she came in here and was like, "Yeah, he was able to like, he only liked one specific type of raisins, and I bought him a different kind to test it out, and he could tell."
I really
Just
hope
blindfold a kid.
I really hope when Donardo comes up now, him and Geddes just bring different packets of raisins.
Oh, they won't get
Do
it
it.
by you. They're getting that by you. You'll be able to point out all the brands.
I'm just gonna be standing at a Pirate game and some random person just gonna walk by and be like, "Here."
Everybody will know.
You from around the 412? Here's some raisins.
To be clear, we're not making fun of it because it's funny. We're making fun of it because
No, we're making
I'm
fun
me.
of Herb because
Yeah.
he's Herb
I'm
and he's
funny.
autistic.
You're
Alright.
not helping the cause here.
I'm gonna shut my mic off.
Yeah, I'm,
The
I'm-
cause?
I'm gonna go. I'll see you guys next.
But if you
Monday.
guys don't have anything else,
No, I think we're good. How
you
long
can
have we been
follow us
recording?
on SoundCloud, iTunes,
Now
Twitter.
subscribe to us on YouTube.
Yeah, subscribe to us on YouTube. Is it still around the 412? Around the 412. And we'll see you next Monday. Peace.
Bye-bye.